1. Introduction. The modern global supply chain has grown increasingly complex, interconnected, and vulnerable to disruptions. Whether triggered by natural disasters, geopolitical tensions, economic downturns, or pandemics, supply chain disruptions can halt operations, delay deliveries, and negatively impact profitability. To thrive in an uncertain environment, organizations must adopt robust strategies to identify, mitigate, and recover from such disruptions. 2. Understanding supply chain disruptions. Types of disruptions. 1. Natural disasters, earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, and wildfires. 2. Geopolitical risks, wars, sanctions, or trade restrictions. 3. Economic instability, recessions, inflation, and currency fluctuations. 4. Pandemics, health crises like COVID-19 impacting workforce and logistics. 5. Technological failures, cyber attacks, IT outages, or software failures. 6. Supplier failures, bankruptcy, quality issues, or capacity shortages. Causes of disruptions, over-reliance on a single supplier or region. Lack of visibility and real-time data. Inefficient risk management systems. Underestimation of external factors like climate change or economic shifts. 3. The impact of supply chain disruptions, operational delays, interruptions in production and distribution. Financial losses, increased costs for sourcing, inventory, or logistics. Customer dissatisfaction, delayed deliveries or product shortages. Reputational damage, loss of trust among customers and stakeholders. Regulatory issues, non-compliance with local laws due to disruptions. 4. Strategies to mitigate supply chain disruptions. 4.1 Proactive risk management. Conduct risk assessments to identify vulnerabilities in the supply chain. Develop a risk register to rank potential threats based on likelihood and impact. Implement contingency plans for high-risk scenarios. Leverage frameworks like FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis, to mitigate risk. 4.2 Diversification of suppliers and partners. Avoid reliance on a single supplier or region. Develop a multi-sourcing strategy. Identify alternative suppliers across geographies. Leverage nearshoring or onshoring to reduce dependence on distant supply chains. Partner with regional suppliers for critical components. 4.3 Building resilient supply chains. Invest in a dual sourcing strategy to secure critical materials or components. Build redundancy into key operations, e.g., manufacturing plants, logistics hubs. Strengthen supplier relationships by offering long-term contracts and shared incentives. 4.4 Enhancing digital visibility. Adopt supply chain control towers for end-to-end visibility. Use IoT, RFID, and blockchain to track materials, goods, and shipments in real time. Implement predictive analytics to foresee potential delays or disruptions. Leverage AI and machine learning to model and simulate disruption scenarios. 4.5 Leveraging technology and data analytics. Use ERP systems to integrate supply chain processes. Apply big data analytics to forecast demand, optimize inventory, and spot risks. Invest in automation and robotics to reduce reliance on manual labor. Utilize cloud-based systems for remote access to critical supply chain data. 4.6 Inventory and buffer management. Maintain buffer stocks of critical components and raw materials. Implement a just-in-case inventory system instead of over-relying on just-in-time (JIT). Analyze inventory levels using demand forecasting tools to balance cost and risk. 4.7 Agile and flexible operations. Adopt flexible manufacturing processes to adapt to sudden changes. Use modular product designs to simplify sourcing and production. Invest in agile logistics solutions like multimodal transportation. 4.8 Collaboration with stakeholders. Improve collaboration across the supply chain, suppliers, logistics providers, distributors. Share real-time data with partners for better decision-making. Establish strong relationships with logistics providers to handle emergencies. 5. Case studies. Case Study 1. Toyota's supply chain recovery after Fukushima disaster in 2011. Toyota's supply chain was severely disrupted by the Fukushima earthquake. By developing a risk management database and implementing multi-sourcing strategies, Toyota recovered rapidly and built a more resilient supply chain. Case Study 2. Amazon's inventory strategy during COVID-19. During the pandemic, Amazon adapted its inventory management by prioritizing essential items and leveraging predictive analytics to manage supply disruptions. Its agile approach ensured minimal disruptions to customer service. Case Study 3. Cisco's digital supply chain transformation. Cisco implemented advanced analytics, IoT, and a real-time control tower to gain end-to-end visibility. This digital transformation allowed Cisco to predict disruptions, minimize lead times, and enhance operational efficiency. 6. Future outlook. The future of supply chain resilience lies in 1. Digitization, increased adoption of IoT, blockchain, and real-time analytics. 2. Sustainability, building eco-friendly supply chains to reduce climate-related risks. 3. Localization, nearshoring and regional sourcing to limit dependency on global supply routes. 4. Dynamic risk management, continuously evolving systems to monitor and mitigate risks. 7. Conclusion. In an increasingly uncertain world, supply chain disruptions are inevitable. Organizations must adopt proactive, data-driven, and agile strategies to minimize their impact. By investing in digital technologies, diversifying supply sources, and building stronger collaborations with stakeholders, companies can achieve a resilient supply chain that not only withstands disruptions but also thrives in the face of uncertainty. Key takeaways: conduct risk assessments regularly and create contingency plans. Invest in technology for visibility, predictive analytics, and automation. Diversify suppliers and establish strong relationships to reduce dependencies. Maintain agility to respond quickly to disruptions while balancing inventory. By implementing these strategies, businesses can mitigate the impact of disruptions and create a competitive advantage in their supply chain operations.